Hey there, legendary souls. Welcome back to Unconventional Counseling. Today, we're going to find out what the Phoenix spirit animal has as a message just for you. So, I'm going to get into our prayer. I'm going to start shuffling our cards to find out what message the Phoenix has. Divine Alchemist. Angels and archangels, well ancestors for our highest good, and Phoenix spirit animal. We thank you so much for being consistently so willing to support us in all of our endeavors, to support us on our human journey, on our spiritual journey, to help us get clear on some things that be real muddled and really just don't feel like they make any sort of sense to us. Thank you for helping us anytime we ask. Today, we're asking for your support to get a message that is clear and concise and that is uplifting and encouraging to and for the viewer. Help this message, allow for this message to support them in whatever area of their life that you deem fit. Wherever it resonates, allow for them to be able to apply it with ease. May their discernment continue to strengthen their intuition and their wisdom so that they know, without a shadow of a doubt, what messages are for them, what encouragement is for them, what resonates, and what does not. Remind them that if anything doesn't resonate, it's not for them, that they can leave it be, leave it alone, and leave it for the next person because it's likely for someone else. Thank you all so much for everything you have done, everything you're going to do, and everything that you are currently doing in service of these intentions, these prayers, and these requests. I love you all so much. Thank you. Ashe. All right. Phoenix, what do you have to let us know? Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands came out in the same exact position in our animal spirit reading last week. It was reversed then, but still. So if you didn't catch that reading, I recommend you check it out just in case there's anything that's building upon one another. Ooh, the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Judgment. Interesting. So what I'm seeing so far is that there is an incredible rebirth that's happening for you. There's a really big transformation occurring, and it happens to be within your ability to self-advocate, to stand up for yourself, to set boundaries, to be clear on what you need, and to be clear on what resources you have available for yourself and what capacity, energy, and resources you have available for others. This might be a journey that you've been on for quite some time, and it might feel like this almost final push through this portal of sorts, this energy that's with you, that's with us all at this time. It's like, it might feel like it comes faster than you anticipated. So even though you've been on this journey for quite some time, somewhere along the journey you dropped the resistance. You stopped caring about how long the journey took. You stopped exercising a sense of unkindness towards yourself that you likely picked up from someone else or someone's else. You stopped judging yourself in the process. You stopped blaming yourself or other people. You just started to be in the process. You started to practice self-advocating. You started to practice setting your boundaries. You allowed yourself to be imperfect in that process. You allowed yourself to get closer and closer to your body, to your needs, and being able to recognize what you need, when you need it, and to communicate that when and to whom you choose. And you've been in the practice of it. for some time. Because you dropped the resistance, and you might not even be fully aware of when in the rearview mirror you dropped it, this abundance that's coming in feels like it might make your head spin a little bit. It might make your head spin, and yet it's so it's coming quickly, but it's also coming steadily. It's like you can feel it unfolding. You can feel it manifesting. You can feel it inside of you more than anything. Like, an example is maybe your sleep has been something that you've been working with and working on for so long. And you've worked on it for so long that you've gone as deep as to recognize that there are childhood connections to how you are able or not able to sleep. That your inner child is crying out for certain things when you're not able to sleep. That there are memories or nightmares that come up for you close to bedtime, anxieties that come up close to bedtime, or that wake you up from your slumber and that make it very difficult for your body, your nervous system, your mind to fully rest. You've been on this journey for so long, within this example, that you also recognize that there are ancestral connections that when you think back to the people who raised you, when you think back to the people that you grew up with, you recognize that nobody really slept well. Not unless maybe they took a substance. Not unless they, ate so much before they went to bed and their body just knocked out. Not unless they were watching TV for hours and hours and hours until it lulled them to sleep. Like, when you think about it, you're like, wait, it's not just me. It's not on me. It's not my fault, right? Like, you've been in this journey of releasing and releasing and releasing all this judgment and blame that you might have had towards yourself, and you started exercising compassion towards yourself, and then you extended that compassion to the people who raised you, and you were like, you know what? They didn't know how to put me to bed. That makes sense that I didn't know how to sleep all these multiple years, however old or young I am in the world now as an adult. They didn't know. Okay. So it's on me to figure this out, and you've been figuring it out. So within this example, it's like you wake up one day and you're like, ooh, I slept well. It's like almost feels like a surprise, even though you've been working at it for so long. And you just notice how you feel throughout the day, and you're like, ooh, my thoughts are clear. Ooh, I like that. Thank you, Spirit. And you're just grateful. You're kind to people, kinder than you typically are, because you're rested, and you're just like, ooh. And instead of contracting back into, oh my goodness, I can't believe I hadn't been here before, and I can't believe those people didn't do X, Y, and Z for me to be able to be here sooner, or I'm so upset with myself that I didn't start sooner. Instead of any of that contraction coming up, it's truly just the abundance. It's like, wow, I feel so good, and I am so grateful, and I worked so hard to get here, and Spirit helped me so much. Wow. And that's just it. And then you're noticing that, and then it just keeps expanding and expanding and expanding. And before you know it, you're just riding high, and you're like, wow, life is amazing. And you're saying things that maybe you never would have said whatever time ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, 4 years ago, a year ago even. This rebirth is incredible. It's been hard for a really long time. If it's not your sleep, it's something else that feels base to you, like a basic necessity, like a need, something that helps you feel more whole. It might be sleep, it might be nutrition, it might be, balancing movement with rest, it might be resting, it might be your relationship to work. It's something that is so necessary in your life. And you've been like warring with it for so long, battling with it for so long, trying to find out about it for so long. I, again, recommend the former reading from last week in case you haven't checked it out, just because these two cards also came out next to one another. So there might be more to this message for you from that reading. This one as well. It's so funny. It's so funny how you can shuffle and shuffle and shuffle, and sometimes you just see the same cards, the same energies. However, this time it's a different meaning, right? It's like, this is a brand new beginning. And it's a really brand new beginning for your inner child. If we continue on the metaphor with sleep, your inner child is like playful now. Because they feel safe. Because you, adult you, has reparented them to such an extent that they have a nighttime routine, they have a bedtime routine. That maybe they look forward to bedtime now because they know, your inner child knows that it's going to be time that they get to spend with you, an adult in their life that they trust. Like this transformation is deep. It's deep, it's groundbreaking, it's pivotal, it's big. It's big, but you can handle it. This abundance is big, but you can handle it. Look at that, new love. We're going to keep it close to you and say it's new self-love, a new level of self-love. You want to find a reading, someone talking about this person's coming to you, this person's coming to you, you could find that anywhere. When you love yourself, you attract all manner of healthy love. Types that you dream of, types that you are intentionally calling in, and types that go beyond your wildest dreams and literally overflow. If you're looking for love, look inside yourself first. You get right with you, you can have anything. The Two of Wands. So, if you felt so stuck in your body and in your mind about what the future might hold for you, this breakthrough, this awakening, this rebirth, this new level of self-love, abundant self-love, overflowing self-love, unlocks within you the reminder that you can have, be, or do anything that you desire. And instead of you constantly feeling like you're in this waiting position of, okay, well, like, maybe one day I'll have this or that if the universe shines bright on me today, or if I do enough work, if I prove myself. Instead of any of that being your inner dialogue, the inner dialogue now shifts to, let me sit down and imagine, where do I want to be in a year? What do I want to experience this time next year? And you get to creating the vision. You start writing things down. You start daydreaming and meditating on, it would be so wonderful to go on dates with a new lover. And then you have that vision, and then you sit back and you say, okay, what can I do today that'll get me closer to that? I can take myself on a date. It's that type of, it's like almost like a strategic, spiritual, I'm seeing like the spirit guides playing chess. It's like a strategic spiritual game. But every move is in your favor. Nothing is to harm you. Nothing is to hurt you. Nothing is to fuck with you. It's just like, okay, we can move this over there. And that's going to move that out of the way for them. And then they're going to get to that next level. And because they are cued in with their own self-love, because they have this relationship that they have with us, their spirit guides, they can see that even when things move out of the way, even when pain and hurt comes up and grief comes up and anxiety and depression and they're weary, it comes up, they never forget that we got them. They never forget that they're protected. What I'm hearing is, you're never not protected. That's going to be the title of this reading. So we're going to pause this reading. We're not going to pause this reading just here. We have to read about the Phoenix. And then we're going to pause. Got in a whole flow. All right. Phoenix. Freedom from suffering. Here we go. Here we go. Freedom from suffering and past karma. Reincarnation. The phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. The essence of the phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. Yes. Yes. We take a stand, 7 of Wands, and we decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we've done. The stuckness and the dead weight fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge. Ashe, come on. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirits up and up and up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign that the fire of transformation is upon your wings. Woo! All right, now we're going to pause this reading here. I know that you got something special. I hope that you're feeling uplifted and encouraged. And remember, you're never not protected. All right, I'll catch y'all in the future. I'll see you next time. Bye.